Recording in progress.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. This is an ONPASSIVE webinar, and today is July 23rd, 2024, and we are on Deep Dive, Globally Changing Lives. We welcome you, those of you who are watching us live, and those who are here in person. We appreciate you joining today, and we have a lot to share with you. We're going to start the webinar with a beautiful tune by one of our global ambassadors in the name of Lorato Shadare, and this song is titled In It to Win It. And she has really, if you listen to the lyrics, they really explain what our company is all about, and the visual nonverbal communication presented by Dr. Derek in this song is very useful. So please, as you listen to In It to Win It by Lorato Shadare, also look at the images, which will be on a regular basis. Dr. Derek updates it depending on what's trendy in our ONPASSIVE journey. So without wasting your time, we're going to start with In It to Win It by Lorato Shadari. Over to you, Dr. Derek. Thank you.
We are shining bright into the future with rise high, with one heart and revolution, lifting up humanity as we rise, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars. Bringing hope, shining the light. We're a nation, we are rising with one hope, bringing solution, lifting up humanity. Let's rise high, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars. Your next stop is ONPASSIVE.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Stand clear the closing doors, please. That was the last stop, and that was an explanation visually of that train station that was assigned to ONPASSIVE. But in that song, as you could see from the beginning, it was sharing with us the partnerships that we have with our products in other countries, in other regions where we have ONPASSIVE. It also had the products and exhibitions that ONPASSIVE participated in, and that was done through all media. Thank you very much, Dr. Derek. We appreciate that non-verbal communication with the visual aspect of what you just put in it to win it this song. And now that takes us to the next segment of tonight's webinar, which is the mindset. We know that what we do in life is based on how we feel and what we think, what we perceive about ourselves, what others think about us, what we think about them, what they say about us, but most importantly, what do we believe in? And we have to do that on our own. Nobody else can do it for us, even your child, because they all depend on us as well. But they have to be independent thinkers. So the mindset is what is going to put us at ease. And our CEO is providing us with a physical, and we are working on the mental. The mindset speaker for us tonight, who is going to talk about the characteristics of a successful business plan. Don't be too serious now, people. Is going to be the one and only Queen, Sister, Pastor Toni Coleman. We see her on a regular basis. We see her in all our forums, and she's here smiling at us. Queen Coleman is a wonderful pastor. She's an international speaker and an entrepreneur. She's been with us in several levels, and today she's going to share how to all those characteristics of a successful business plan. Why? Because we are in ONPASSIVE and it is our business. This Pastor Queen Coleman has so much to share. And please, I urge you, if you do not have a notepad and a pencil or pen, this is the right time to fetch one, because you will need to make The notes you're taking today, you will be referring to them as time comes. So I'm not going to keep her waiting. Welcome, Queen Pastor Toni. We appreciate you. We know who you are, but our viewers would like to hear what you have to share with them, not just those who are live on this forum, Zoom right now, but those who are watching us live because they cannot be here with us to see you, and those who will be watching and listening to you in the future. So the microphone is yours, Queen Pastor Toni.
Thank you, Queen Debbie. Hello, Brand, kings and queens. A while ago, Queen Ford had mentioned we were watching 360, a while ago, and Chris Johnson was talking about how you couldn't just request Bless to help you with your projects and everything. You have to have a business plan. And so part of the Step Up program, our Step Up program, I'm the one who teaches the business plans. And so just to know the importance of having one, a good business, and you could just about tell which businesses have a business plan and started out with one. Companies like Ford Motor Company and other large corporations, they started out with a business plan. And so I'm going to share the characteristics of a successful business plan. And, just to give you an idea of how important it is. So if you're going to, and I know that Mr. Ash is going to supply us with the funds in order to run our businesses and things, but as it takes time for it to grow. So if there's a project that you want to, or a nonprofit that you want to start to reach out into our communities and make things better, another ways of doing it right away would be to get grants and all sorts of fundings like that. And so basically the business plan is used to convince your investors or funders or grantors, anyone that you're approaching, to seed into your business or become a partner, a financial partner in your business. And so the first characteristic of a business is it gives you the opportunity to talk about the purpose of your business, what qualifies you to run that business, what qualifies you to minister into your community, what makes your company or what makes your organization important enough to exist in your community? What type of effect are you going to have on the community? And then when you're presenting your business plan, it's good to show the excitement, because if 9 out of 10, if you're excited about what you're doing, everyone else will be too. And you can just about tell when a person is excited. They just can't stop talking about it, and they just go on and on and on about what they hope to achieve and have a lot of optimism about it. But also, in your business plan. And usually this information is found in the executive statement. And there are like 6 parts to the business plan. But rather than, separating the parts, because it is a lot of information, we're just going to stick to the characteristics and what the business plan is supposed to do. Okay, so you're able to explain your mission, you give your mission statement, you explain to the person that you're approaching everything about your business and why they should be confident in seeding into your business. And then a second characteristic is it helps you to construct your management and organizational structures, okay, that you need to run your business efficiently and effectively, and then having the right people. And so you'll take a look at what areas of your business you need certain people that have certain abilities to effectively and efficiently run that portion of your business. For example, my publishing business, I don't have employees as of yet, but I use contractors. So at this point in my business, I can contract someone to do the cover design. I can contract a proofreader. I can contract other elements of my business. But when the time comes, I can hire in these different people. I want to be able to market the books for my authors that come through my business, and so there would be a marketing person. And in your business plan, you outline, and every 3 to 6 months, as your business grows and changes, then you go back to your business plan, and it organizes your thought. Okay, your thoughts. It gives you a visual of what your business looks like, and as you can see, and this is a sample chart of the 7 managerial positions. Okay. Then the third characteristic is it helps you to remember the marketing plan you developed for your business, if you need to revise it as you go along. So a lot of times we'll sit up and we'll say, well, okay, I'm using this social media platform, I'm using this newspaper or magazine or whatever those marketing platforms are that you're using. So your business plan keeps track of that. You can go into your business plan after 3 months and you find, okay, this doesn't work. Okay, and it may just as well work depending upon what you decide to do, whatever you add into your business and what avenues and what areas that you have to approach. For example, when I was in property management, we used the newspaper, we used the apartment guide, and we used other platforms. And so when people came in looking for their apartments, we would ask them, how did you hear about us? And if we found that any of the marketing platforms we were using were not effective, we'd know to eliminate that. Your business plan and marketing costs money. Okay, and so you're able to eliminate cost and all of that, in your business plan. And so, and then you can decide which types of marketing. Okay. And then you realize too that a lot of times you have to research. You have to find out what areas are the best areas to market. Okay. And then the fourth characteristic is it helps you keep track of all the elements that is required to market your business. The website, your media marketing platforms, your email marketing, etc., and how effective they are. And we just talked about that. But also, it helps you to keep track of your competition. There's a part of the business plan that I didn't put in here, but it's called the SWOT. And SWOT is your strengths, your weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats. And a lot of people, when you look at that area, you take it at face value and you say, okay, here are my strengths. Okay, here are my weaknesses. And your business plan helps you to keep track of things that you're doing to eliminate those weaknesses. It helps you to keep track of the opportunities. So when you're building your business plan, you may say, okay, these are the following opportunities. And then when you try them out and some may not work, you could go back to your business plan and eliminate it or make notes as to why it didn't work elsewhere so that you'd remember. So your business plan, it basically helps you to keep track of all the elements while marketing your business. The fifth characteristic is it helps you to track the financial spending and profits increase or decreases in your business. So you may start out with a plan, a financial plan saying, okay, my budget is going to be like this. It's going to look like this. So I should expect my profits to, during these months, increase. During these months, they may decrease a little bit. And then you have a financial strategy so that you're not losing too much money, or you're able to keep it stable, or you find other means to bring in money. And so the business plan, the financial part of it, you basically, that's where you would find whatever the weaknesses are. For example, if I know when I started my publishing business, and the most popular thing I found was electronic books, ebooks. So I had to learn how to do ebooks in order to keep up. And so the business plan and finances would come through ebooks as well as paper books, online books. And the financial part of it would help you to keep track of what area brings in the most money and what area to really promote. Or when going after contracts, the spending, what should you be charging? Whether or not you're able to go up and down on your cost or your pricing according to cost. So your financial part of your business plan will keep track of that. depending upon how you set it up. And just as an FYI, the 4 reports you should have in place is your balance sheet, your cash flow statement, your well, there are 4 statements. I don't know them all, but
So
right
instead
now,
of no, if I show the would they
pardon?
it's okay, it's all right. I muted the person. Proceed, please. Sorry.
Okay, okay. 6th characteristic, or this is to basically be able to have a summary of your business plan, so that if a person, sometimes when you're submitting the business plan, and according to who is going through your business plan, a lot of times they may just want to see your summary. And so you'll outline your mission statement in your summary. You'll explain that you have this type of accounting system, what your percentages of income would be on the average, and all of that in your summary. So if they don't have time to go through the entire business plan, you will have a summary that they can take a look at to get an idea. And so, and that is the end of my presentation. Okay.
Wow. Pastor
It's a lot
Toni.
of information.
Pastor Toni. You nailed it, Pastor Toni. Thank you. Thank you. I have to sing your song and dance the dance for your song. Thank you so much. I'll be the first one to ask you questions because that is just an awesome, outstanding, exceptionally well presented characteristics of business plan. So let me ask you this: all those that you enumerated, if I were to come to you today with books that I wrote for grade school, the importance of teaching and anyway, whatever the title is, how can you help market those books on my behalf? What do I need to do for you to support in marketing my books?
You would, you, and I'm not a marketing person. So usually, new authors will have book signings. Um, if your book is something to do with schools and education in schools, then you would approach the Board of Education for your community and have them take a look at your textbook and have them to approve it. That would be part of your marketing. If your book has to do with let me back up. When I worked with a publisher, that's what she did. We ended up approaching different school systems for the children's book. We were doing a book called Behind the Red Apple, and it dealt with a lot of counseling for troubled kids. And so we approached a few schools, but we ended up having to hit a few of the school boards. If your book is just a general book for the general public, then you could have a number of book signings. Okay, and some bookstores will purchase the book themselves and give you a percentage. And then others will require that you bring your own books. And they'll set up a table and everything for you. But it depends upon what the book actually is for.
Thank you very much, Queen Pastor Toni. Yes, it's about education and the relevance of it, as well as parenting as an educational. Anyway, you've answered my question, so I know how to move forward from here. Thank you so much. I
Okay, you're
appreciate
very
what
welcome.
you just shared. Please don't go away because at the beginning, before you started presenting, I suggested that everyone should have a notepad, and I had mine. That's why I was able to make my notes and ask my questions. I still have more, but I think I'll talk to you behind the scenes about my inquiries. But this is a time for anyone who listened and had questions for Pastor Toni, and I see that your mentor has her hand raised. Dr. T, over to you, ma'am. Thank you and welcome for having such a wonderful student who is now training us on how to be independent on our own. Thank you.
Very good presentation, Toni. This is something that Toni gives to our students. Can you imagine a 13 and 14-year-old writing a business plan? And this has been happening since 2018 when we started the Step Up program. The business plan, as she said in the beginning of her presentation, when you get ready to approach Obless, you can't just say, well, give me $100,000 so I can start my mission. As much as they love you and as much as they're going to be generous, you're going to have a plan, and they want to see that plan. And I believe that the characteristics of a business plan is very important that you understand that. Again, I'm used to this because this is what we do. And also, I just want to put a plug in here. If anybody here on this platform and watching YouTube, if you would like to be a part of our adult step up program, which starts October the 28th, it will be on Zoom unless we can, unless we get ready to go to Old Connect, but it will be on Zoom if we're not there yet. And you all can register. Registration is open now, and you will actually learn about how to write business plan. And Toni will be the instructor, and she will give you far more information than you have now. Okay, that's the beauty of this whole thing. And again, a business plan is not just to obtain money, as Toni said. It's also for you to keep track of your plan. You know how many businesses fail because they don't have a plan, a business plan in place. Most successful businesses that succeed, they succeed because they've done what Pastor Coleman has instructed you all to do tonight. So I would encourage you all to not only adhere to the notes that she shared, but also become a part of our Step Up program for the adults. And we'll continue to announce that as we get closer and closer to the date. But Queen Jacqueline Warner went through the program, and I believe that she was enlightened. She got a lot of information. She learned how to write a business plan. And Jackie, you're more than welcome to come back, and there'll be no charge when you are a repeater, when you've done your business plan. Okay, so that's one of the prerequisites to complete our course is you have to write a business plan. If a 13 and 14-year-old can do it, I'm sure adults can do it too. And a lot of our students who came through the program, they're doing very well because they are following their business plan. And also too, Queen Debbie, I'm an author, so I can give you some tips on how to get your book out there. Being an author, in addition to doing book signings, as she said, you can write a press release. You can contact your local newspapers, let them know radio stations, TV stations, let them know you've written a book. Find yourself a publicist, and they're not really expensive. You can even go to their students in colleges who do this for extra credit, and they major in marketing and promoting. This is what they do, and they would love to take you on as a project. So there are all kinds of avenues to get your books out there. You know what I'm saying? You can also sign up for Lulu. which is what a self-publishing platform. They also have a platform where they will help you market your book and get your book out there. You'll have the money to pay it, and they do an excellent job in doing that. Or you can just do it yourself and word of mouth. E-blast, having you can have a virtual book signing, like we're on this platform right now, and give a synopsis of your book and encourage people to buy your book. So it's all kinds of ways that you get your book out there. So I just wanted to give you that tidbit from being an author. She's giving you the perspective of a publisher. I'm giving you the perspective of being the author. So I hope that helped.
Absolutely, Dr. T.
Okay.
It helps a lot. I know what to do now. I'll talk to both you and her in the background. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, does anyone else have a question for our awesome, outstanding presenter, Oh, yeah, I see Queen JW has. Queen JW, I don't need to say that. Please proceed. This is
Good
Henry.
evening to everyone. Thank you, Queen Debbie, for your hosts with the most. Thank you, Queen DrBenny, second host with the most, and all the brand ambassadors. Yes. What I have to say, just like Queen Debbie said, you nailed it. That's your baby, number one. And I was a student, and it was the Step Up program was very informative. It was empowering, and it was good to learn at the end that that I was able to do a business plan, and like Queen Dr. Felicia Ford said, it's something that you can go back and you can look, and it is a guide. So it helps you to stay abreast with your plan and to continue. You can add to it, and you can do so many things. So it was really a blessing to be part of the Step Up program. I will recommend anyone to join it because it helps you to learn about the different aspect of business, and that's what we're going to be in. Even though it's online, you might open a business separately. You never know which avenue you're going to take. So it's good to be blessed with this program, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. It's just like passive, and probably a couple of bucks less, but it was amazing. Thank you so much, Queen Dr. Antoinette Coleman, for that presentation. We so appreciate you, and we do enjoy you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Queen JW. Anyone else has any question or comment for Queen Pastor Toni? If not, DrBenny, I'll pass it over to you. If you have anything, I know you always have something before your turn, but please, this is the time for you if there's no one else. Oh, okay. DrBenny, hang on. Please don't go anywhere. Brother Mamadou, good evening and welcome.
Yes, Queen Sister Doctor, I gave you a doctorate today. Doctor.
Don't worry, we have many doctors in my family.
I know.
So don't worry, it's okay.
Okay, first of all, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my beloved family. Thank you, Sister Debbie, for allowing me to say something. Now, Queen Toni did an outstanding job. This is part of preparation. Yeah, you are preparing us because most of us will be embarking on businesses as well as foundations and the rest, because those are tools to generate and render service to your fellow human being. So I just want to know, in doing the different types of business, something like a private business and public, like private company and public company. Do they all have the same structure in terms of setting?
Private, public refer to your corporations and sometimes LLCs, depending upon if you're getting shares or um, well, if you're getting or you're selling shares. The private corporation is closed. It's usually closed. Only the members of that corporation can buy stock. Okay. A open corporation or public, the public is allowed to buy stock. Okay, and that's the differences between that. And also what we found was that with an LLC, and I'm not sure as to what type LLC, but those that you can allow stock, stock shares to be sold. Usually you can sell more with an LLC than you can a corporation because there is a cutoff. Depending
Also,
on the type.
and also if you just want to set up a private business or company just for you running it and also employ staff to run the business. I think
Okay.
you also need to do NIC.
If you're going to be selling products and services that will cause some type of change, like for example, if you're going to be doing hair, if you're going to be selling skin products or anything that's going to cause some type of effect, you should have an LLC. But if you're going to do something like selling goods or services that really don't have an effect, you can get away with just a regular proprietorship or partnership. Okay.
So
for example,
okay, yes, right.
Right. For example, I worked for a luggage shop, and because the luggage shop sold other people's items, he was a sole proprietorship. He wasn't an LLC. Okay. But if you're going to do anything that's going to cause physical change or financial change or whatever the case may be, you should have an LLC.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you mentioned what effect you referring to? What kind of effect?
Pardon me?
I said you mentioned the word effect. Anything that will have an effect. What type of effect are you?
For example, if you're selling skin products, you don't know whether or not that person is going to have an allergic reaction to it.
Okay.
Or if you are doing someone's hair, again, you don't know whether or not what effect the chemicals that you use and will cause on their hair.
Okay.
So any type of change, even as far as lawn service, something may happen and you run over someone's flowers and the flowers happen to be award winning. So it's good to have an LLC, and I think most
Yes.
companies that do those type of services are LLCs, limited
Yeah, in a
liability
form of
companies.
protection.
Pardon me?
I say in a form of protection in case.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So thank you very much. As I said, you did an outstanding job. So thank you for educating us. God bless
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Thank you, Brother Mamadou. And I see that Dr. T's hand is up. And Dr. T, after you, it will be Dr. Ben.
Yeah, I was just going to make the comment. The question that Mama Do asked. That's all the more reason why we are offering the class. Mama Do, you need to be in the upcoming October 28th class. They were going to go over all of the business, all the different business structures. You'll learn everything you just asked. You got that. If you got that free, I know what you're doing. You got that on the slide. I know what you're doing. Jackie, you got that on the slide, Mama Do. Okay, you need to join the class. So you can learn all the different business stuff. There's more than just LLC. We have an excellent instructor who will teach you all the, based on the kind of business that you want to go into. What is the best structure? Because that's not really Tony's area of expertise. But we do have an instructor who has an expert in that, and he'll be able to answer all those questions. That was a freebie, Mama Do. That was a freebie. Let me see. I know what you're doing. I see it. Okay, back to you, Queen Debbie. Back to you. That's how I can't make that statement. Okay, I had to make that statement.
Thank you so much, Dr. T. Thank you, Brother Mamadou. And over to you, Queen Dr. Benny. Hey.
Let me check on effort.
I did not know that she was the one presenting. When I heard, I can just see her smiling. This is awesome. Awesome. I thought it was Dr. T that was going to present the mindset. But when I heard of Queen Pastor Toni, I said, are you serious? And I know you keep talking about your business plan. Debbie, can I get a host? I mean, a co-host, please.
It has to come from
This man. Okay, no problem.
The one and only.
That's fine. That's fine. I just wanted to stop that person.
It's okay. It's all right. It's done. So proceed, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Queen Debbie, for giving me this opportunity. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all my brothers and sisters, my queens and kings around the globe. I want to thank those my queens and kings who are, I believe they are listening. I'm not seeing them here, but I believe they are on YouTube at the moment. I want to thank you all for coming. I know you guys are supposed to be somewhere, but you decided to join us here. I thank you. I want to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing all of us together this evening. The reason I'm thanking is because a lot of people are no longer on earth today. I want to thank Him for the air that you and I were breathing. So someone asked me, how you doing? I said, to tell the truth, I cannot complain, but because I'm alive. I might have a lot of trouble, but I'm not going to complain because I'm breathing. You and I were breathing at the moment. So when you guys have time, you just thank our Heavenly Father for the air that you're breathing. I want to thank our Heavenly Father again for bringing Mr. Ash Mufare to you and me. All right? I want to thank him for that. Because if it wasn't for him, I would not know who Pastor Toni is. Seriously? Look at Queen Debbie there. I would not even know her. Look at Brother Carlton. We're not. Queen Dr. T. Anyway, I want to really appreciate Pastor Toni when it comes to this business plan. you make us to understand. I think anybody who wants to do a business, writing a business plan, it is not easy. People have to. Sometimes they ask me if I know how to write business plan. I say I don't know, please. I mean, I don't have to come and lie that I know how to write a business plan. What I found out that a business plan is like 15 to 20 pages, which costs a lot of money, right? And which it
Yeah.
will out is going to outline your business, the objectives, and which would include information about the products that you have and things that you will market, whatever you want to do. And writing a business plan also, I believe you are going to attract the investors when you write those
Yes.
plans. You
Yes.
attract them so that they can come.
Yes. And you may say the business plan qualifies you and lets them know that you know what you're doing and you know a lot about the industry that you're working from.
And I heard that it's very crucial that it is important for you to write a plan if you want to do any business. There must be a plan. Why do you want to do the business in the first place? And where do you want to do it? And who are you going to attract? Right? And I mean, I don't know much about businesses, but I really appreciate you. I want to thank you so much for coming to teach us. I believe you'll come more again to teach us more about the businesses. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. Queen Toni, you were saying something and I interrupted. Apologies. Please proceed.
Oh no, I was done. It was just that.
I believe she put the information in the chat on how to register for the class. Okay. Sorry, Queen Debbie. I apologize. Okay.
It's all right, Dr. T. Thank you so much, Dr. T. Thank you, Queen Pastor Toni, and everyone, Queen JW, Brother Mamadou, and Queen Dr. Benny. We appreciate everyone who is here, anyone who has had any input or comment for Pastor Toni's presentation on the characteristics of business plan. We appreciate you very much. So we're going to move forward with Dr. Benny, our famous topic of cybersecurity. And Dr. Benny is the one and only specialist that we are so blessed and honored to have. Not only in our deep dive platform, but she dedicates her time unconditionally in every ONPASSIVE platform when called upon and when her schedule allows her to. Dr. Benny has an extensive background, and her main background is in cybersecurity. In addition to that, she also has certification in 9 areas of information technology. Boy, are we not lucky? Are we not blessed that in our ONPASSIVE family, we have individuals, not just like Dr. Benny, but one moment, Dr. Benny. Okay, we're good. We're good, Dr. Benny. You're fine. Not only in our ONPASSIVE journey, but in every other thing that we do in our lives in terms of security. Dr. Benny can talk to you one way or the other, but today she has an outstanding presentation to share with us on how to stay protected. Yes, how to stay protected. and we're going to call on her. She's prepared a lot to share with us. Please make notes if you had any questions prior to now about how to protect yourself, not just on passive, but she shares with other things. This is the right time to take notes and ask for clarification at the end of her presentation. Thank you so much, everyone. And at this point, I'm going to call on our sister Queen, Dr. Benny. Please, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie. I really want to thank each and everyone coming here. I know I always talk about protection. But last time I talked about migration, right? Because I know a lot of us, people are wondering why things are not moving the way they're supposed to move. And you guys saw my presentation last week about those 8 steps, because it is not really easy to perform a data migration on cloud. So, that sometimes we do face challenges, whatever thing we're doing. And I believe that I know before you perform any migration, everything, all the data has to be, or the information has to be backed up. They have to perform a backup, like a full backup, right? Incremental, you have full backup, you have incremental backup, and you have accumulative backup. But today, I'm going to talk a little bit of challenges that sometimes companies may face when you are performing data migration. I just want to keep each and everyone abreast. Maybe whatever thing I'm presenting is different from what is out there, but I'm going to try my best. If you guys don't mind, I will share my screen. Thank you.
Please do. So, don't mind, please do.
Thank you. Hold on, I want to make sure
Welcome.
I hear the sound. I'm learning. Yeah. Jesus. Okay, thank you. 1 second, please. I have to. All right. So, this is an overview. When it comes to businesses also include our company, ONPASSIVE. So whether businesses are scaling or climbing, when I talk about scaling, it's like climbing up the operation. Embracing, which means what? Approve modern technologies. As we all know, everything is we are in IT. ONPASSIVE is an IT company that deals with artificial intelligence, machine learning. It is also called SaaS, which is software as a service. What does that mean? So pay as you go. That's what it is. Now, the migration process marks a significant turning point. So it promises the transformative gain while offering opportunities to elevate your business to a new high. As businesses increasingly embrace the cloud for its scalability and flexibility, it's crucial to embark on this journey with what? A security first mindset. You guys notice how Queen Pastor Toni presented the mindset with her business plan. This is what happens. So when executed with precision, data warehouse migration, it does streamline, or when I talk about streamline, it's like it modernizes the operation, which amplifies or increases your data analytic capabilities and unveils or expose pathway to unprecedented growth. which is unprecedented is like expansion that has never been seen before. It has never. So cloud migration is the process of moving digital businesses operation into cloud. You have AWS, which is Amazon Web Services. Then you have data center. So cloud migration is sort of like a physical move, except it involves what? Moving the data, applications, and IT processes from some data centers to other data centers, right? Instead of packing up and moving physical goods. Now, much like a move from a smaller office to a larger one, cloud migration requires quite a lot of preparation. So the reason why I brought this is because I want you guys to understand why it is taking some time with our migration. Sometimes we can go out there and just go to the internet and try to find out why it's taking time. You can read and then you'll understand and be quiet. That will make you to say, hey, okay, let me not get mad. Why are they taking too much time? That is why I believe I'm here. And we could still go out there and do some research. But usually it ends up with being worth the effort, resulting in cost saving, and it has greater flexibility. So what are the major cloud migration security challenges? Now, we have data breaches, right? The data breach can also be data leak. That means unauthorized exposure. Somebody just come and touch or steal your information without your permission, right? You lose personal information. Cloud migration opens new doors, but also widens the scope for potential data breaches. Imagine the nightmare scenario of your sensitive information falling into wrong hands. Now, with a vast amount of data traversing or crossing the cloud, the risk of the data breach is a top concern during migration. Now, as per recent report, 80% of the companies have experienced at least one cloud security incident in the last year. As we all know, there will always be an incident, right? When you start up a business, whatever thing you are doing in this world, there is always a risk, even when you leave your house or your apartment or wherever you're going, as if you are stepping out of the building and heading to your job or going somewhere else. There is always a risk. You just have to prepare yourself. And before you step out of your apartment, your premises, wherever you are, I always say you have to pray, guys. You pray. That's it. That is it. You have to pray. So the next concern, we have compliance concern. Navigating the complex landscape of compliance standard can be daunting task. Now, whether it is the General Data Protection Regulation that's in Europe, or Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act here in America, or industry-specific regulation, ensuring that your data remains compliance pose a significant challenge during migration. Now, for instance, healthcare providers is migrating their data to the cloud and should comply with what? The regulatory standard, like HIPAA, as we talk about HIPAA, which is the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. We have to obey the rules they have to obey the rules. Hence, it is crucial to ensure that the data, it has to be secured. Security is very important. Not only within your organization, but all over the globe. You have to protect yourself, protect your information from those hackers. So now we're talking about to secure the data both during the migration and in the new environment, otherwise leading to what? Heavy fines if you don't protect it. HIPAA, they will, they will fine you. Next, we talk about lack of visibility, which means what? Well, visibility is clearly, right? You're seeing clearly, and control. So one of the major pitfalls, which is danger, is the loss of visibility and controls over your data once it is in cloud. How can you protect your data that you can't even monitor? This challenge underscores the importance of maintaining the control of your data assets. Lack of visibility can often lead to the data leakage, or otherwise it will have like security incidents. Next, we have data loss or recovery. Remember, we talked about backing up your data, right? I believe I talked about it before coming here. So the fear of data loss during migration is a common concern, as it can cause irreversible losses. In fact, as per in 2021 report, 64% of respondents mentioned data loss leakage as their biggest cloud security concern. But it's important to have a comprehensive data backup. That's what I stated from the beginning. And before you, any company, whoever, whether a small business or a big business, if you want to perform any migration, make sure that all your data or the information has to be backed up fully. And you must have a recovery plan as well in order to mitigate, which is less severe, the impact of accidental deletion. If you accidentally delete the information, the data, you'll be able to recover it. Remember, before you perform any migration, you have to perform a backup. So next we have integration hiccups. Integrating existing system with the cloud infrastructure can be like fitting pieces of puzzles together. So any misstep in the integration process can expose vulnerability. And when I talk about vulnerability, it's the weakness. If there is any weakness, then the hackers will be able to compromise your data. So that is why you must have a careful planning, right? As Dr. When Pastor Toni talked about the business plan, you have to plan. So we have the best practice of ensuring data security during cloud migration. So it is crucial to evaluate your enterprise strategy goals, and the existing infrastructure set up before you develop an actionable cloud migration framework. Now, let us explore the 8th best practice to fortify your cloud migration security strategy. The first, we talk about a thorough risk assessment. Beginning with a comprehensive risk assessment, so it will identify the potential threat and the vulnerability specific to your organization, your company. Understanding the risk landscape is the first step in building a strong security strategy. Next thing is for you to prioritize your data classification. Not all data is created equal. As you all know, most of the time I always say, when you look at your fingers here, it's fine, right? But they're not all, they're not the same. So classifying your data is based on its sensitivities and it applies to the security measures accordingly. It also ensures that high value asset to receive the highest level of protection. That is what we all need. And I know because of the artificial intelligence, our company is all powered by artificial intelligence, which I believe that is going to protect our information. Next, we'll talk about encryption. Encrypt, encrypt, encrypt. So encryption is your digital shield. Now, whether its data is in transit, you always hear about some of our other, like those the tech pro guys that always talk about data transit or data at rest. So data in transit is also known as what? Data in motion, which refers to the movement. Transit is like movement of the data from one location to another. Then data at rest, it refers to what? The data that is physically stored in a stable location, such as a computer data storage system. Now, employing the robust encryption, the protocol, it ensures that even if your data falls into wrong hands, it remains eligible. Next, you guys have noticed I always talk about protecting your data. We do have multi-factor authentication. It is an authentication method that requires the users, you and I, we are users, right? To provide two or more verification factors in order to gain access now to the resources such as the application or online account or VPN, which is a virtual private network. It strengthens your authentication process by implementing the multi-factor authentication. It is also an extra layer of security which is being added to the significant hurdle of unauthorized users, reducing what? The risk of compromised accounts. Next, we talk about to engage in continuous monitoring. As I will tell you, when it comes to National Institute of Standards and Technology, you guys, I mean, it is also a company here in America. They do have documentations that each company, or should I say, well, the federal government, state, and also the financial industry, health, that they have to obey the rules by creating certain documentation when it comes to risk management framework. Policies and procedures has to be written. When policies and procedures are being written in each company, you and I, as users, brand ambassadors, affiliates, we have to abide by it. We do what they say, what is being written, the procedures that is being written for you and I to follow. We have to focus on it. So when it comes to, as I said, with the risk management framework, we do have like 7 steps, but the last step is continuous monitoring, right? So it It is a tool that will keep you vigilant, your eyes, trying to see what is going on when it comes to cloud environment. Real-time monitoring allows what is for quick dictation. When you are monitoring, you want to. We do have what we have security analysts. We have certified ethical hackers. They also perform. They do monitor the system to know what is going on, right? So when they monitor, they will quickly dictate and respond to any potential security incident. Next, we talk about zero trust security. Assume that no one is trustworthy. We have to be trustworthy, right? Even when within your network. As we all know what is happening in the world, the hackers are there watching, trying to do everything to intrude into our information here in the United States, although they're doing it all over the world. But since I'm here in America, I want us to do what it takes to protect our information. So implementing the zero trust security model, it will ensure the continual monitoring in order to verify and to validate the user identity and devices. So partner with trusted cloud service provider. Choosing the right cloud provider is half the battle. AWS is one of them. Data center is one. So the way I look at it is that when our CEO, he is utilizing AWS, but I noticed that he was paying a lot of money, right? So he decided that he will also create his own data center. And at this moment, they are doing what it takes to migrate all the data that they have from AWS, correct me if I'm wrong, to our own data center. That's the way I'm looking at it. So remember, security is a shared responsibility, where security in the cloud is your responsibility and the cloud service provider. Cloud service provider is AWS. They're responsible for the security of the cloud. However, having a reliable partner would definitely be a game changer in your cloud transformation and journey. Next, you have what? Regular testing, right? Testing and update. Security is not a one and done deal. Regularly testing of your security measures and update them to stay ahead of what? Evolving threats. Certain security measures, such as regular audit. At this moment, I am doing some audit. Penetration testing and software updates are your allies in this ongoing data security battle. So penetration testing is the process in which a security professional simulates an attack on the network or computer system to evaluate its security with the permission of that system owner, right? The system owner is the person that owns a particular system. Now, in a dynamic realm of the cloud migration, data security is non-negotiable. Your team is your first line of defense, and hence, you should provide ongoing training to ensure that everyone understands the security protocol and it's equipped to recognize and respond to potential risks in cloud So by understanding and addressing these security challenges, adhering to essential security requirements, and implementing the best practice, now you can embark on your what? Cloud migration journey with confidence. Remember, data security is a shared responsibility. It embraces your journey to cloud that will not be efficient, but also remarkably secure. Security is very important wherever you go. That is what I will tell each and everyone. I want to thank each and everyone listening to this particular information, or should I say particular topic. Security, security, security. Thank you all. As we all know, I want to take this moment to thank our CEO. He is a self-sacrificing man, a man who stated that either I do or I die. He is here to correct corruption, to eradicate poverty, and to uplift humanity. Thank you, Queen Debbie. Thank you, Dr. Derek. And thank you to my brothers and sisters, my queens and kings, listening to this my presentation.
Wow, 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 wow. Dr. Benny, you've taken it to another level. You've nailed it to a different level from where everyone expected you to be. And this is at its apex. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I never knew what data migration meant. I didn't know anything about iCloud. My notes have just been going from head to toe, as Dr. Seuss will say. Incremental accumulation. I didn't know any of that. And this is what I just learned from tonight. I didn't know anything about, you have to back up incremental, you have to back up accumulate. I had absolutely practically no idea because I've never taken any class in information technology. Thank you. My take is I have my notes, whatever you presented, and what I've learned from it, that's what I'm going to keep. I have my notepads where I wrote all my things, and I'm keeping them as we go along. Thank you, Dr. Benny. What will we do without you? Hey, woman. Oh, thank you, Mr. Mufari, for bringing us together, for keeping us in touch with one another, and for making us know that there are things out there that we can go and fetch for. We have people who can support us one way or another in any shape or form. How desperate, whatever we are going through, they're always there to support us. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ben, for what you just shared. I've never listened to anything regarding backup and all of that and data migration until now. I know I listened to Dr. Derek on Thursday, but this one is a leak of its own. It's difficult to compare, but anyway, thank you all so much, very much appreciated. I know we have hands up, Queen JW and then Queen Toni after that, and I'll stop. Yeah, and over to you, Queen JW. Thank you.
Yes, amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm not going to take Queen Debbie's word, but I'm going to say it was outstanding, it was informative, and it's exactly what we needed. Because just to think of it, we have 1.4 million founders, number one. And to move that information is not like moving. You got a new house and you're taking your in all your furniture and going to the next house. It's not that simple. Number one. So whatever time it takes for Mr. Ashmafora and the techie engineers in Hyderabad and Dubai and Singapore and Egypt to move all that information to our database, our own database, so that we can be secure, like Dr. Benny stated. Security is of the most important information. As you can tell that your information is being exchanged throughout this global universe. You get emails from places you don't even know where they're coming from, or when you signed up or when you didn't sign up. And so we need to be secure. Your wallet, just think of all the important information. And then not only that, like Dr. Benny pointed out, they have to go by the regulations of the federal government. So it's not like Ashma Farah could just do any and everything on his own. You know, he has to go by guidelines. And it's going to take time. And the time that it's taken is the time we need to prepare ourselves for the time that is coming. So we shouldn't be caught up in worrying about, well, what's taking it so long? You still have a job, you're still paying your bills, and you're still breathing. It has nothing to do with Mr. Ashmafara. So we just have to be patient. And thank you so much, Dr. Benny, for bringing that information. So some of us that don't understand, including myself, but I'm not worried about what I just trust the company and I trust the process. And I wouldn't have nothing at all if, like they said, if Ashmafara didn't decide to share it with each and every one of us who decided to come along on the journey. When you decide to come along the journey, you didn't know how it was going to end. We is on a spiritual journey and we don't know where it's going to take us, but you know, he told us what's going to happen. And Ashmafara shared as much as he can about this whole entire business with us. So why we just don't trust and be patient. That's about it. So thanks again, Dr. Benny. You did an amazing job with that, and thanks for bringing it so you can put some people's minds at rest and at peace. Thanks so much. We appreciate you so much for all that you do for Deep Dive and for all the other platforms that you're participating. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Queen JW. I decided to bring it because I know people will be complaining. Why is it happening? And you guys noticed from the beginning, I don't know if you guys listened to his message. He said he's not going to apologize. That is very true. Why should he apologize? It is for our own good. Do you guys understand me? And I'm just I just want to did a little bit of research for you guys to know, or the whole world to know, why we are taking some time. That is why sometimes you and I will have to go to school or just go to the internet and do some research. Why is it that the migration is taking long time? Just like you stated, we do have 1.4 plus million accounts, right? Maybe we have 800,000 brand ambassadors who join ONPASSIVE, but it's 1.4 million. Come on now. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen JW. Thank you, Dr. Benny. And I will pass the microphone over to Queen Toni.
Excellent presentation, Queen Dr. Benny. Very informative, and thank you for giving us an idea of how intricate and important that transfer is, that migration is, and having a better understanding, puts my mind at ease as to why it's taking so long, and so thank you so much for informing us and taking the time to do it. Really appreciate you.
Thank you, Pastor Toni. I appreciate you. I would say astonishing mindset. Thank you. All right, Queen Dr. Nadu, proceed, please.
Sorry, I was talking, but I did not unmute myself. My apologies. I was thanking you, Dr. Benny, and thanking Queen Toni. But I saw Queen
Nadu.
Dr. Nadu's hand up before Dr. T's. Dr. Nadu, I saw your hand up.
Yes.
Dr. T's hand was up after yours. So please, Dr. Nadu, proceed, my darling sister. Good evening and welcome.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Benny. When you are teaching or you are sharing information, the person needs to be involved or feel like I need this to pay attention to what you are bringing. Something just come to my mind like if you are watching TV with your kids and you told them, we are going to this place, like 4 to 5 miles away. We are driving there. And they're like, yes, we can go. On the way, they will be like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Because they are tired. If you told them, we need to pass by these spots, then after 2 miles, we gotta be in these spots. You guys are seeing it, you keep track with them. They will know, it's not that close. But when they saw the sign of the map on TV, it was like small thing. Maybe they think 5 minutes they will be there. This is where knowledge is the key. Now that you are bringing such informations to us, we will not be like those kids who are asking the parents, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Because we know before we get to point B, it will take like 30 minutes to get to point 4, 5. And if we gotta ask something, where is the point? What is the break point where we can stand or go, relax, eat something to continue? It will be something easy for all of us. No parent will be aggravated and say, oh, those kids, they are bothering me. What is your fault? They don't know, you know, and you want them to just follow you. And the kids, they have the right to ask. So we have to be sometimes very careful when we are saying that people are complaining or they don't know what is going on or they want to give up because they don't have the information. We need this, I can call it entertainment, to keep people on the road, to have their eyes on the road, not at the edge, to say, I'm tired of this. I don't even know where we are going. This is supposed to be easy or fast. So thank you very much for what you are doing and continue to do for our community. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Queen Dr. Nadu, for your acknowledgement and for your support and understanding. I appreciate you and I love you.
Love you back.
Wow. Wow. What an awesome observation, Queen Dr. Nadu. Thank you very much. And thank you, Dr. Benny, once more. I'm going to call on Dr. Toni and, Dr. T. And after Dr. T, I'll call on Dr. Patience, and then we'll proceed from there. Dr.
Yes.
T, over to you.
I just want to say, Dr. Benny, you are a phenomenal leader of ONPASSIVE. And I personally trust you. And I'm pretty sure I'm speaking for everyone on this platform and other platforms that you are a part of and you are well informed, and you know what's going on. You know what's going on behind the scenes. So you take the time from your life to do the research, to stay in touch with the other leaders, let us know what's going on. I just want to let you know I'm not worried. Okay, I'm not worried about the process. I don't understand it all because this is not my area of expertise. So let me say that with humility. Like Queen JW said, our job is to keep busy. Mr. Ash never told us to rely on him for our livelihood while he's trying to get this together. He never said that. We came in here, all these people on this platform, all of you are very gifted and talented, phenomenal people. And you're doing things behind the scene that is just awesome. Nothing to do with ONPASSIVE. I just want to encourage you to continue to do that. Toni and I are doing that. We have a Step Up program. We have the magazine. We have monthly events that we do, empowerment events. So this is how we're keeping busy. So we're not worried about what Mr. Ashford is doing. So I just want to let you know personally, Dr. Benny, I trust you. I trust the process. I'm not worried about it. I know you know what you're talking about. So I just relax and do what I have to do until on Tuesdays and Thursdays and just glean from what everybody's teaching. So I'm enjoying the process. And I just want to thank you for your diligence, for your faithfulness, and just being the awesome person that you are. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I just want to let you know.
Thank you so much, Dr. T. I'm honored. I appreciate the reason why I decided to do my research on this is because I know I'm a woman. There are different people out there or within ONPASSIVE doing their own teaching or they do their own research. But as a woman and with my, should I say, my profession, I say I will do what it takes. I did database before, right? That's why I was talking about full backup. Because when you want to perform any migration, something can happen somewhere. If you did not up your data, what will happen? You will lose everything. And there's another thing they call contingency planning. You plan for unforeseen circumstances. We have to plan to do something, just like Queen Toni said with her business, right? We have to do the planning. If you want to do any business, it has to be planned. And when you want to perform migration, it has to be backed up. And at the end, somebody has to monitor your database. That is why I said we do have ethical hackers. You have database administrators and you have the rest, security analysts and the rest. That everything is being done, somebody has to be there to monitor. Because there are a lot of hackers that they will do anything to intrude into our database, not only in United States, but all over the globe. What do we have to do? It has to be protected. Somebody has to be there to monitor the network. Everything is network. Everything is in cloud. It has to be protected. We have that AWS, which is Amazon Web Services. They are making huge dollars because everything has to be in cloud. They're protecting it there, but there are always challenges, right? Everything, there's always a challenge. There's always a risk wherever you go. When you step out of your house, when you're performing migration, when you are driving, there's always a risk. So we have to prevent. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Benny. You've started off. There's no need for me to comment on anything you've said. This is what outstanding presenters do, because when they finish speaking, you cannot say a word after them. You just acknowledge because everyone is absorbing what she just said. Thank you, Dr. Benny. Queen Sister Feather King, welcome. Good evening and thanks for your regular support. How are you, awesome Queen?
Hi, Queen Debbie. Thank you very much for having me. I don't really have much to say, but I just want to acknowledge the effort being made by our presenters. Queen Antoinette, it was a very, very good presentation. And I will go back and, listen to some of the points again. I was sort of in and out hearing what was happening, but I know you did an excellent job, and just thank you for taking the time to be with us this evening. Just one question on that. How long is the course in October? Is it a week, a month?
The course is 9 weeks, 3 hours, 1 day a week.
3 hours.
It's just 1 day a week. We have an AM and a PM, but each the AM and the PM each are 3 hours. You can, if you can't attend the AM, then you have the PM that you can attend. But the same thing is taught for both sessions.
Okay.
And it goes quickly.
Okay.
Very quick.
Nearer to the time, we'll get more information. So let's see how it goes. DrBenny, you are my queen, Smiley. Thank you so much. Thank you so much again for taking your time and this presentation to this evening is quite timely based on what is happening, and just an encouragement to all of us to continue to be patient with the process that is going on. Just want to give appreciation to your sterling effort over the weeks in educating us on how to secure, whatever we're going to have or what we already have. We just appreciate you. Thank you very, very much, and have a good evening, everybody.
Thank you so much, Quintella. Thank you for your support. Thank you for appreciating, I believe, what all of us are doing here. I just want to let you know, I don't know why I decided to do the topic. I chose this particular topic because I notice in my mind, and I notice also when you go to some of the forums, right? You see that a lot of people are leaving, right? They're leaving because, how do they say, lack of knowledge, right? Dr. T, lack of knowledge. So if they were attending webinars, they will not leave. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
There are a lot of webinars that they can attend. But some of those webinars, they will not teach what I'm teaching. They will not. And that is why I keep saying, come to deep dive, come to Dream Teams. I am saying it because I brag about it. Okay? I brag about it because I went out there, I did my research, and I know that performing a migration, it takes some time. I have to let my people know about it. In different webinars, they can say it, but I want my own people here, my brothers and sisters, my queens and kings, let them understand so that we can all relax. And again, Quintetta, before all of us joining ONPASSIVE, I believe we have jobs, right?
Right.
Good. Which means, and there are other online businesses out there. I will say it to the whole world. You join ONPASSIVE, you can join any other business, but you have your 9-to-5 job. While rushing to get those other nyama businesses out there online, I'm saying it, I brag about my company ONPASSIVE. I'm proud of our CEO and I'm proud of our company. It's taking some time because it is new. We just have to relax, go to your 9-to-5 job and wait. It is said that the patient dog is the fattest bone.
Right.
We have to be patient.
I agree. I agree. Well said. Well said. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great, I agree.
Thank you so much, Queen Feather, for always gracing us with your presence. Okay, Queen JW, over to you.
I just want to piggyback on Dr. Benny and recall something our CEO said. I think maybe a year or 2 years ago. He said, "Rub your belly and relax." So that's what we need to do. Just rub up bellies and just relax. And he's been saying that from the very beginning because he know it's not easy. Even he has had challenges, and he not even sharing all the details with us. And we didn't have to go through none of that. All the things, having an attorney go through these 50 and 60 things that he had to clear up before even opening up again. So please let us just be patient and trust the process. And that's what our CEO said from the beginning. And it's a learning journey for all of us who wants to do businesses when or bless come and all the things we might want to do. He is the perfect example of all the things that we might have to face if we choose to pursue a dream. So let's be patient and let's learn at the same time the process that we're actually witnessing for ourselves. So thank you so much again, Dr. Ben. You're amazing.
Queen JW, to tell you the truth, it is very important. Seriously. People don't understand what ONPASSIVE is all about. I just want to piggyback about the challenges, right? He makes us to understand that he is undergone, but he loves it. He loves those challenges. So it makes him to learn, and it also makes all of us to learn when we face challenges. Remember, before I give it back to Queen Debbie, there are a lot of billionaires out there, but they don't want people like us to become somebody. But since God chose this Mr. Ash Mafari and he accepted the calling, he said he will do what it takes. The challenges that he's facing, and he made that also the statement that the force is talking to him, right? Because he listened to the force, he will do what it takes, and God is going to be behind him. And again, he made that statement. No one can stop ONPASSIVE except God. Right? That's it. Pandemic. And
yes, Dr. Benny, I hear you and I'm here. Yes. Either I do or die. I remember him saying that several times.
Okay.
Thank you. You couldn't have gone anywhere wrong. Thank you, Queen Feather, for always being here and supporting and doing what you do best in every forum that I see you. We appreciate you. Thank you, Brother Uche. Thank you, Queen JW. Appreciate you as well. Queen Toni, before we move forward, I want to call on you for your final words and your final thoughts, because we're nearing the end where we have to start having some fun. But I want to hear your final thoughts, and then I'll go to Queen Benny.
Just as mentioned, business plans, they will cost you a lot of money. Here's who did serious business plans, and she was charging between $20,000 and $30,000. Yes, for a business plan, and we're talking hundreds of papers. Okay, hundred of sheets. And years ago, I did one that was worth $3,000. I didn't charge $3,000, but it was worth that. So we've had students come through Step Up who learned how to do business plans, and one of our students made $1,000 doing business plans. So not only do you learn how to do a business plan and you learn to do your own and save a lot of money, but you can also make money. So in summary, it's a good thing to learn how to, not only run a business, but also know how to keep track of the paperwork and all of that, and navigate and maneuver through the business industry. So,
Thank you, Queen Toni. Very much appreciated. Queen Dr. B, your final thoughts?
Thank you. Just as you all know, the reason why I decided to bring this particular topic, I know you guys were expecting me to come and talk about, security, how to protect it. But at least today we're also going to protect our data center when they are performing a migration. As I stated before, in order to perform a migration, the data has to be backed up. You're backing up so that should in case anything happen, you will be able to recover it. And in order to do any backup, we do have full backup. That means you back up everything. Then you have what? You have the full backup. You have accumulative backup. So when you perform that backup now, you're backing up just to save, And now in the dynamic realm of the cloud migration, data security is non-negotiable. So your thing is your first line of defense, and hence you should provide what? Ongoing training. When you go to a job, I would say I went to my job. I had serious training, because you need to know about the company, what the company is doing. You have to understand. So each company, they will make sure they train their employees to ensure that everyone understand the security protocol and to make sure that it is being equipped to recognize and to potential risk, especially when it comes to cloud migration. I would say, you and I, Queens and King, let us be patient. Relax. I believe Queen Teda said that, or Queen Debbie, that Mr. Ash said we should rub our belly. Thank you, Queen Debbie. Appreciate you guys.
It was Queen JW who said that. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen JW. Thank you.
Give her the credit because she brought it up and we're all very excited to hear that. Wow, this is awesome. And at this stage, I'm going to see where our brother, the one and only Dr. Derek Clark, can you please just grace us with your presence and give us a final shout out before we move to the after party segment of our webinar today? Dr. Derek, please. Thank you. Okay, while waiting for Dr. Derek to give us his final thoughts, he's going to give his final thoughts after me. I want to just take this opportunity to thank all our viewers on all the forums who are watching now or will be watching in the future, that we appreciate you for joining us, YouTube viewers and otherwise, And we look forward to having you on this same platform every Tuesday and Thursday. Our sister platforms on Wednesdays, we have Empowering Humanity with Julie Pierre, same time. And on Thursday, we have Singapore and Malaysia in the mornings. And in over the weekends on Sundays, every Sunday, we have Dream Team. And we hope to see you in one of those forums just when your schedule permits. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we'll be seeing you very soon. We're going to be moving after Dr. Derek speaks. We're going to be moving to the after party segment of the webinar, and we thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight. And we been looking forward to it, Dr. Derek. Dr. Derek, are you here? Over to you.
Before he comes,
Wonderful.
Queen Rosanna asked a question about cloud. So I said cloud refers to servers that access over the internet and the software as well as databases that will run through those servers. Cloud servers are located in the data center all over the world. By utilizing the cloud computing, users like you and I and companies do not have to manage the physical servers themselves or run the software application on their own. So Queen Rosanna stated that she did not know about this. Anyway, he provided her with a better understanding that she made a statement. That is why I'm trying to read it. That this is an invaluable information and that we are in it to win it. ONPASSIVE is uplifting humanity. We love Mr. Ash Mufareh and his entire family, as well as the tech team. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Benny and Queen Rosanna. We appreciate your input and the response from Dr. Benny. You got it. So, Dr. Derek, your final words, and we'll pass it over to Dr. Nadu for the after party. You have a question.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love. But anyway, before I even speak, my one of my good friends, I haven't seen for a good while. I guess because he was traveling all over the globe and doing a lot of good for humanity. So definitely, I would like to hear from him before I give my final comment. So please, hey, wonderful. Without any further ado, we do have Sir King McCormick.
Sorry, I had to unmute. I forgot.
Thank you for your kind words, Dr. Derek. I think you're giving me
Is that what we are saying?
patience, huh? No.
I do. You say lost.
You didn't even know that.
I did like not day, but I did. You say lost.
I don't lost I don't walk a suit.
We don't want to say that.
Very happy to see and be part of this with all of you. I congratulate you on your continued success with this forum and with everything on passive. And I encourage you all to stay the course. Good things are coming, but it's so nice to be back. And again, Dr. Derek, thank you for your kind words. You're all doing wonderful things. I know that. So thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Listen, we're not on Connect, so there's no resound to give that wonderful hand clapping and all of those lovely things that we grow so accustomed to, in the few months that we had it, maybe about 10 months that we had Connect. Because as right now, as you have heard over and over, and you have gotten a good information on the whole migration process, which can take anywhere from 4 months to almost a year when we were migrating the data center, and it was a small data center in the military. It actually took us 8 months to migrate those few little items, and it was just mainly um, personal data. It wasn't any products or anything like that, like with on passive. And so therefore it took 8 months. So listen, let us recognize that this is not a one, two, three. All right. It's not putting something on a flash drive and putting in your pocket. Okay. So it takes a little while. But anyway, thank you very much, Sir King McCormick. Really appreciate it. It's a wonderful feeling to see you and your wifey so close together after this long while that we haven't seen you. It's good to see you two together once again. Wonderful to have you here on Deep Dive, Globally Changing Lives. It's a pleasure to see you. Really appreciate, really appreciate, really appreciate. Enough love to you, and hope to see you again. Maybe to give us a little feedback. Maybe next week Thursday or so. Give us a little feedback on all of that trip that you took, and the wells that you build, and the aid that you give to humanity while you were all over Africa and so on and what have you. It was I guess a good trip that you had. Really appreciate you coming on tonight. Really appreciate, really appreciate. Enough love to you. All right. Anyway, um, it is, it was a wonderful, awesome presentation that Queen Toni Coleman gave us, couple hours ago or an hour ago. It was awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you very much for that book situation there, publishing and so on. There are a couple persons that I know that are publishing books and so on. So I even call a couple to take a look at this webinar, and because actually they have to sleep because they have to wake up maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So they said they had to go and sleep. So they couldn't come on, really and truly. So I said, then as soon as you get a chance, look at this webinar, because it really highlights a few things that I heard you said couple um, a few days ago or a few weeks ago in reference to publishing your own book. So most definitely that was an awesome information that you gave, and I'm sure that many persons have the thought now of maybe writing a book and give the journey that they um, have gotten while in on passive. So most definitely that is going to come to fruition with a lot of persons here on passive. And I know, let me see, I think I saw over 100 people on YouTube. Yes, it's over 100 people that is on the YouTube channel. So really and truly, there you should be getting a lot of feedback. We're publishing. So anyone that have any book that they might want to publish, whether now or in the future, please see Queen Antoinette Coleman and or Dr. T. Reach out to them. They are the ones that are. I know that Dr. T is a editor in chief, so those are the people to get in touch with most definitely. And remember, For adults, they will be having a step up program that starts in October, and that is a beautiful program. They also have a free, did I say free? Yes, I said free. They have a free magazine that comes out every month that you really want to get, um, uh, you know, that magazine coming to your email every month, and read a few. I just heard that this one was published recently, so I'm going to take a look as soon as tomorrow. And so if you have an article, you can actually place it inside that magazine. So reach out, as I said, reach out to Queen Antoinette Coleman or Queen Dr. T, and that will be wonderful. And as I said, the magazine is free. It's on the flyer. The link is on the flyer, and also the link is inside the YouTube description for deep dive. So if you go to deep dive, and just click on especially any one of the presentation with deep dive, which has to do with Dr. T, her presentation for mindset. Just click on the link. The link is inside the description as to the free magazine. All right, so please. And if before I come to a close and go to Dr. Benny's presentation, I just want Queen Pastor Anthony Coleman to just give the link also. Just respond and give a link also where they can get the program to register for the step up. Over to you.
I did put it in the link for Step Up.
Yes, but if you could give the website or also.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Could you say it now for me?
I put it.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to verbally?
Yes, if you could verbally.
Okay. T as in Tom Ford, FORD.com, and under their Step Up programs.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. Because remember, you have some people on YouTube. You have over 200, over 100 people on YouTube that they're not going to be seeing the link inside Zoom, right? So, all right, in the description, you can look maybe tomorrow. I will add it in the description in on the YouTube channel. All right, so wonderful. Thank you very much. And come October, that program will be rolling, rolling down the road. And thank you very much, Queen Antoinette Coleman. Really appreciate that wonderful presentation earlier today. Also, Queen First Lady, Queen Dr. Benny. Oh my goodness, more migration. And yes, it's a lot of information when you really check it out. And everything has to be secure. Everything has to be tight. So as I said, it's not just putting plugging into a flash drive into the computer and transferring the information to that little flash drive. No, it's a little bit more technical than that. Well, sorry, a lot more technical than that. So, let us be patient. Let us be patient. Yes, people are sending me a lot of weird stuff. I don't know why we are so interested in the pessimistic things, right? People sending me things about, you know, Hyderabad closed down and this closed down and all of these people. If Ashmafara didn't say anywhere closed down, leave it alone. I don't know why we are so engrossed in, Ashmafara come here every week since the migration, and he never yet mentioned that anything closed down or anywhere closed down. All right. So let us stop feeding ourselves into all of these pessimistic things that are all. You see, the internet is like can be like the bathroom wall, the public bathroom wall. That when you go into a public bathroom, um, and that is in the low class areas, right? Because I mean, if you go to a public bathroom in some high class area, you don't see no writing on any wall, all right? You don't see those things. But in some low class areas, and whole lot of writing, every little inch on the wall, there's writing of some foolishness. And the internet is like that, which means any person can put something on the internet and publicize it. Anybody, right? The internet is not vetted like that, where only factual things can be placed on the internet. No, doesn't work that way. All right, so let us stop feeding ourselves with all of these pessimisms, and Ashmafar is here every week. He'll be here this Thursday, right? So let us leave. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how people do it, feeding themselves with all of these negative, pessimistical things. Leave it alone. The only place I feed is from Ashmufare on the two YouTube channel, which is O Media and ONPASSIVE official channel, and also onpassive.com. Let us use that as our background and stop going all over the place and searching and looking for this. It's like we're looking for negativity. Stop it. Okay, please. All right. Thank you very much, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny. Really appreciate, really appreciate. And Queen Dr. Tunishai Ford. Oh my goodness. When you have these presentation, these persons to give presentation, man, just send me the information, man. You don't need to ask me if, if this person can do it or that. You run Tuesday. Let me say that you run Tuesday. Tuesday is you and Queen Dr. Benny. So anyone you have for actually anyone you have for the mindset on Tuesday, doesn't matter. It's you that. You're good to go. And also, you know, we really
Tuesday it'll be Carlton. It'll be Carlton. It'll be Carlton next Tuesday. Carlton, you ready? I'm
oh my goodness.
It'll be Carlton next Tuesday, Dr. Derek.
And he has a lot of supporters.
All right. Well, well, listen, that would be awesome, 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 awesome. Because I know that most definitely he's a man of wisdom. My great grandmother Dingy would say, "Silent river run deep." And that's what my great grandmother Dingy would say. Yes, King Carlton.
No, I'm listening rather well. Thank you.
He listens very well. That is why God gave him 2 ears. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, all right. Queen Dr. P. Patience, I thank you very much for that wonderful encounter with King McCormick, Jim. So, oh my goodness, I thought I was sitting in an African um, council for a few minutes. That was just awesome, awesome.
Um,
You're muted, Doctor Patience.
so, so
Yes, yes,
you know,
obviously.
I have to start brushing my language because the from so we can do some few short encounters.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. All right, thank you all very much. Really appreciate, really appreciate. Thank you all for making it deep dive. And at this time, I turn it back over to our illustrious, most happy, with enough smile. I wonder, that's why I was wondering why she was smiling so much. I was kind of wondering why Queen Debbie was smiling so much. Her ears light up because her teeth was from left ears to right ears. And I was wondering, what was happening. But I know why now. I definitely know why her teeth was lighting from right ears to left ears. Wonderful. The king is home. Nice, nice, nice. So let her go so that she can satisfy that smile. So over to you, Queen Debbie.
Thank you, Dr. Derek. Thank you. We better enjoy this moment. I know it wouldn't be for long, but thank you all so much. Um, yeah, he's home. Not for a long time, but we're all happy he's home. We appreciate everyone and anyone who is listening to us. We thank you and we look forward to having you, especially next week, because one of our brothers, Brother Carton, may be presenting. So you better make sure you show up because he is the one and only who will be on this platform before we open and to the end until the after party has ended. So please stay tuned. Tuesdays and Thursdays on Deep Dive, Wednesdays on Empowering Humanity with Julie Pierre, Sundays for the Dream Team. And you don't know where Brother Carson will pop up because he is everywhere at every given point and time. So he may surprise you. So please always sign in when we have this forum open or all the sister forums. So thank you so much, our YouTube viewers, live or otherwise. We look forward to seeing you again. And please, for those who are still here, don't go away. We have Queen Dr. Nadu and her team with Bishop, we call him Bishop. He is going to be here with Bishop Harold and Queen Dr. Nadu will be here for the after party. So please stay tuned for that. And if you have your request, this is the right time to put it on the chat or call someone and give them what you want to hear for the after party tonight. It could be either a song, a poem, or anything that will be entertaining that is artistic wise. Thank you all once more and good night or goodbye because I don't know what time of the day it will be for you.